I'm 108 years old. And if I'm being honest with you, most mornings, I'm surprised I'm still here. Time doesn't slowly pass when you live this long. It disappears. One day you're young, strong, full of plans. And the next, you're the only one left who remembers those plans ever existed. I've watched my world shrink, not because it became smaller, but because the people who made it meaningful kept leaving. I've held the hands of people taking their last breath. I've stood at funerals so often that grief stopped shocking me. Eventually, it just became familiar. People think living to 108 means winning at life. They imagine celebrations, respect, admiration. But no one talks about the loneliness of outliving everyone who once knew your real name. There are days when memories visit me more than people do. Faces I loved, voices I trusted, promises that time quietly erased. And yet, I'm still here. Not because I was lucky, not because I was careless with death, but because many years ago, I learned something most people ignore until it's too late. Every day your body is listening. Every choice you make is either helping you live or slowly teaching your body how to die. I didn't survive a century by chasing pleasure. I survived by understanding discipline, simplicity, and respect for what I put inside my body. Some habits extended my life. Some mistakes almost ended it early. And the truth is, if I had known back then what I know now, many people I loved might still be alive. That's why I'm telling this story now. Not to impress you with my age, but to warn you while you still have time. Because reaching old age is not the miracle. Reaching it without regret is. People ask me the secret of my long life. They say it with curiosity, sometimes with excitement, as if living longer automatically means living better. But no one ever asks me what it feels like to carry more memories than the heart can hold. They don't ask about the weight of waking up every day knowing that almost everyone who shaped your life exists only in your mind now. They don't ask what it feels like to be the last witness to stories that will disappear when you do. Living this long teaches you something painful. Time does not heal everything. Some wounds don't close. They just become quieter. No, I didn't take expensive medicines. No miracle pills. No secret injections from some hidden clinic. I know that's probably not what you expected to hear. People assume someone who lived this long must have access to something rare, something advanced, something they don't. But the truth is far less glamorous and far more uncomfortable. I never trusted shortcuts. I never believed in magic solutions. Because the body doesn't understand trends. It understands consistency. I watched generations chase the newest supplement, the latest promise, the fastest result. They wanted health without patience, strength without discipline, long life without sacrifice. That approach never interested me. What kept me alive was simple food, eaten with respect, food that existed long before advertisements told people what to buy. Food my parents ate when there were no labels, no claims, no doctor-approved stamps. And just as important as what I ate was what I refused to eat. I didn't treat food as entertainment. I treated it as a daily decision between healing and harm. There were times I was tempted. Times I watched others enjoy excess while I chose restraint. They laughed at my habits. They called them old-fashioned. Many of those people are gone now. I'm not saying food alone made me live longer. I'm saying careless choices shorten lives quietly, one day at a time. There was no dramatic moment where I changed everything. Just small decisions repeated for decades. Meals that didn't excite me, but protected me. If you're waiting for a secret that sounds impressive, you'll be disappointed. If you're ready for something that actually works, keep listening, because the foods that kept me alive were never complicated. But one mistake with them almost cost me everything. And if you don't understand how to eat simply, long life becomes very expensive. The first food that truly saved my body came into my life when I was still young. long before I understood what health meant. Back then, food was not a choice. It was survival. I remember long days of work, little rest, and a body that was constantly tired. This food was simple, humble, and always available. It didn't make me feel powerful overnight, but it quietly kept me strong enough to wake up the next day. When others fell sick easily, I recovered faster. When energy ran out for most people my age, I still had enough to keep going. At the time, I didn't know it was protecting my heart, my muscles, my bones. I only knew one thing. Whenever I ate it, my body felt steady, not heavy. Years later, doctors would tell me my strength surprised them. I never told them it started with that one simple food I respected from my youth. The second food entered my life much later, when my body began to betray me. My digestion slowed. Pain became familiar. Medicines helped for a while, then stopped working. Doctors warned me. Some said it was age. Some said I should accept discomfort as normal. But I remembered something an old man once told me. Treat your stomach kindly, and it will protect the rest of you. This second food didn't taste exciting. It wasn't something people bragged about eating. But it brought calm, where there was chaos. Slowly, meals stopped hurting, sleep became deeper, and my body stopped fighting itself. One food built my foundation when I was young. The other repaired it when it began to crack. Looking back now, I understand something clearly. Health is not created in hospitals. It's created quietly, in kitchens, over many years. These foods didn't give me immortality. They gave me stability. And without stability, no one lives long. But listen carefully now, because this is where most people make a dangerous mistake. One of the foods that kept me alive for decades almost killed me when I started using it the wrong way. People assume that if something is natural, it's always safe. That belief sends more people to hospitals than sickness itself. I trusted my habits too much. I thought, I've eaten this my whole life, nothing can go wrong. That confidence was my biggest mistake. Slowly, my body started sending warnings. Weakness I couldn't explain. Pain that didn't feel normal. Sleep that never felt restful. At first, I ignored it. Doctors were confused. Tests showed nothing dramatic, yet I felt myself fading. It wasn't one big mistake. It was one good food, used carelessly, again and again. That's when I learned a painful truth. Even the best foods can become harmful without understanding timing, quantity, and balance. Food is not just about what you eat. It's about when you eat it, how you eat it, and why you eat it. I had respected this food in my youth, but age changed my body, and I failed to change my habits. That nearly cost me my life. I'm telling you this now because most people don't realize they're harming themselves until damage has already been done. They blame age. They blame genetics. They blame fate. Very few blame their daily choices. What saved me wasn't a new medicine. It was humility. I stopped assuming I knew everything. If you want to live long, don't just copy what worked for others. Learn how your body responds, and adjust before it's too late. Because one wrong habit, repeated daily, can undo decades of good choices. And the next foods I'm about to share will only help you, if you understand how not to use them.